What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Fallen, and I'm here just with a little tip and trick video on how to defeat Crota on the hard mode raid. And I just want to say this: this raid is actually really fun and enjoyable up until this part, because defeating Crota can be quite of a pain. So what I did here is I kind of just checked my synthesis, and as you can see, we're in the bubble. This is actually helpful if you have a Titan. If not, that's okay. I mean, I think this this raid can be completed without any Titan. But if you do have any Titans, this is the plan I would suggest. As you can see, we keep going in and outside of the bubble. So if you have a Titan and they have their super, or if you just want to wait until the Titan has their super, have them pop Blessing of Light, because every time we take damage, it doesn't lower our health, it just lowers that temporary shield we have. Because the big difference from the hard mode raid and the normal raid is, on the hard mode you can't regenerate your health because there is no chalice on the hard mode raid. So once you completely clear everything out of both the right side and the left side, you communicate with your teammates on, okay, are we ready to go outside? And like I said, one of the big differences in the hard mode raid is the boomers up there are majors and ultras instead of the normal knights, the ones you can take out easily. And also, instead of having a sword knight, a wizard pops out. But this way, everybody comes to the middle of the window, and this way you don't have to worry about boomers, you don't have to worry about any of the wizards. All you really have to do is take out the sword bearer and then worry about Crota, because sometimes he can get you. And this is the way we found out that works the best. Whoever is a sword bearer should most likely be a hunter, because the hunter can go invisible. And then, as you can see, he gets in 3 hits, he drops the sword, he melees him to go back invisible, and Crota can't see him, and then he goes invisible again. Okay, now this part, it can be a little bit tricky sometimes. It might not work all the time. We found it best if everybody just kind of stood still and didn't stare at Crota or didn't shoot at all, because in this situation, usually right after you get in the second set of swings, Crota's gonna move on over to the right side. And as you can see, we didn't go inside. This way we're closer, and usually if everybody stays here, the sword bearer will pop out and he will just go down to the bottom, like kind of to the entrance of the bottom, like where people would mainly hide for the ogres on the normal boat. But this way Crota doesn't really see you, he's not going to shoot at you. But if he does, now this, I mean, like, sometimes he does shoot at you and we can't really control that. Sometimes it's because people, they go out too far, and maybe some people stare at Crota. But just in case he does shoot, I highly suggest having a Titan and having their bubble ready in this situation, just in case, because sometimes Crota will attack you when you're right here, and it doesn't take much for Crota to kill you with his blue orbs that come out of his hand. So if he does start shooting at you, I'd have a Titan pop a bubble, or if you just want to feel more comfortable, have the Titan pop the bubble right in the beginning, and then we all come back here to the middle and we destroy the sword bearer. And this is kind of the problem he has sometimes. Sometimes the sword bearer hides behind some pillars, and as you can see, what we did, we got him out by throwing our grenades, and he'll just pop out. And once again, the hunter will get it, go invisible, and go to Crota. Now this part, after you get in the second sword, ogres are going to start spawning, and this is the method that we chose that works to be the best in our situation, because you can get the ogres done pretty quick. So right as soon as Crota goes down, like, don't even see him taking the shots, because once he gets up, then that means the ogres are about to start spawning. So what we all did is we all came into the right room, because Crota would be going to the left room. You go on top of these doors, and on these doors, you're going to see the ogre spawn the door that I'm standing on. So when he is coming here, everyone's got to have either their grenades ready, their super ready, or rockets ready. Or if you have any of the Crotas and raid weapons that have Hive Disruptor, I highly suggest that you use it right here, because having 6 people on the ogre at once, look how quickly this ogre goes down. He's already down to like not even that much health on, and he's already down, and that was not even 5 seconds. I don't believe in this. Is also what I highly suggest. If you have a Titan, pop a bubble in there, Blessings of Light. It's always good for this part, and then you take out the ogre, because you'll have line of sight on the ogre, and like I said, if the ogre hits you, you can go back into the shield, go back and get the full shield, because every time you go in and out of the shield, then you go back to full health. But on this situation, you guys also have to communicate well, because you don't want to shoot a rocket and have somebody in your way, and then you die, and then the oversoul is going to spawn. So in that situation, I highly suggest calling out, okay, I'm shooting my rocket, or like if you are shooting a rocket, I'm shooting out my rocket, don't stand in front of me, I'm about to shoot, okay, and then just let everybody know that, so just in case you don't want to die, because at this point, Crota is close to death, and usually it just takes about one more sword run. But also in this situation, right after the ogres, we go right here, so because we know Crota is just about to move to the right side, and we just, like I said, we're doing the same pattern as we did before. When he went to the right, we go here, and right as soon as he goes to the right, like I said before, if you want to have a Titan pop a bubble, which my teammate did, and then this way we have a clear line of sight on the sword bearer, so we know where he will be at all times. But generally speaking, the sword bearer will come down to the front and be near us, and then when Crota goes to the middle, it'll be really quick and easy for the sword bearer to grab the sword and then go over there. But you guys also have to have communication on when to shoot Crota. We usually give that call to the person who carries the sword. When he's ready to go up there, he's like, okay guys, shoot, and then everybody shoot, and then you wait for Crota's shield to go away, because when he has his shield on, nothing can hurt him, no guns, I don't think, or anything. So you got to make sure to call it right, and you got to make sure to time your rockets just right, as like I said, I will show you once we do this part. See, we're right here, and then the sword bearer is just in the beginning, so sometimes when you can't see him, he's hiding behind that one pillar right there. You see somebody threw a grenade at, and he'll pop right out, like I said, just like that, and then the sword person is going to grab the sword, and this should be the last run with Crota. But you guys got to be careful. When he gets below a certain amount of health, Crota is just going to become enraged and start spamming oversouls. You don't worry about the oversouls, you just time it perfect. See, he's enraged, and then see, right when he gets up, you see how he has that shield? Right when he's done, just take him out, let him go back down, let the sword person get it, because it should just take about another couple hits, and then boom, that's it. You're done. I know it's quite of a lot, but we found that this strategy works best if you have Titans. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody.